Welcome back to another video. My name is Derek, and today we're going to be taking a look at this iPhone 13. It's not powering on. The owner has stated that it just stopped taking a charge. I believe that I'm going to be the first one to take a look at this phone, so I'm going to walk you through my step-by-step process in diagnosing an issue like this. Let's get into the video. The first thing that I like to do when working with a device that I'm not sure on is just simply plug it in and see if we get any draw. And I'm getting 0.2 amps of draw, but we're getting nothing on that is, Apple logo, 0.5, 0.4, 0.6, and it shuts off and goes to 0. And let's see if it does anything again because it's back up to, there it goes again, Apple logo. It's 6, 0, and it shuts off again. Okay, so is it an issue with the charge port? We can test that real quick. We'll plug this in and let's see what it tells us. All right, everything is green, so that means that it is not the charge port. The next step is to open it up. So let's remove the pentalobe screws. And it does have some cracks on the tempered glass. We'll get out our TBK screen separator. We'll turn it on. We'll stick it inside and we'll turn it on. Lower the arm. All right, let's put some isopropyl alcohol drops on the corners here and start to lift it up. And the screen's coming up nice and easily. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. Release the screen, let's take out the phone, and let's separate the screen all the way. Get the top brackets out, and it looks like I'm the first one in here. There is some interesting marks right here from like the edge of the battery, so I wonder if this is simply just a bad battery. Could be. So let's take out the bracket and disconnect the battery. Next we'll get out power supply and we'll get out our iPower and we'll hook it up. Find our iPhone 13 and we'll need to disconnect the charge port. This one's kind of an awkward one to install because of its location. But we will be able to connect up the battery connector and the charge port connector. We'll turn on the power supply and we're going to set the voltage to 3.8. And we'll put in the output and it should say 0. If it automatically says that it's drawing something, that means there's a short on the motherboard. So now what we'll do is we're going to, if we click the power button here and we get an automatic amp draw, that means there's a short somewhere. So here we go, let's check. We've got a pole, but now it's gone down to 0 or 0.001. Let's see what happens when we hit the power button here. It's not even trying to boot. Means it's not even getting the response. Let's try the power button. The power button's working. Let's see if we can get past about 10 seconds or so is how long it took before it shut off. It looks like a normal boot sequence and it's on. So I wonder if this is simply the case of a bad battery. And it shut off and it's coming back on. So it's boot looping, but it is getting all the way on and it came on again. We have touch, but it shuts off again. So what could this be? So this might end up just being something like a battery, but it might also be another component that's connected. So what I'm going to quickly do is let's disconnect basically everything from the motherboard and see what happens then if we try to power it on. All right, we got the screws out. Now let's take out the bracket, disconnect the proximity sensor along with all of the other connectors. All right, the only thing still connected is the display. And that's it. Let's get our iPhone 13, plug back in the battery connector and the charge port, and let's see what happens right now when we just click on the power button. It does jump to 0.05, which I've seen that be a NAND issue. Let's go ahead and try to power it on now. Apple logo. Now the phone will boot loop without some of those things connected, but it wouldn't be until like a 3-minute mark. So if this still boot loops within a few seconds of it turning on, then we know that it's either the phone not liking the power supply and it's just a battery, or it's going to be a motherboard issue that we'll have to troubleshoot. So is it going to shut off on us again? And it did. And will it come back on its own? Looks like it's going to restart, maybe. There's the Apple logo. And the issue right now is I don't have a battery to test with, but while I wait for that to come in, we can take a look under the thermal camera, for example, and see if we notice anything odd. So let's go do that. All right, it's kind of glitching out a little bit, but let's try and see what happens when I put power to the board. And here comes power. All right, it's booting up. We should see it start to get warm here with the CPU running. The Apple logo is on, although you can't see it under the thermal. It's getting warm here, but let's see if we can see any anomalies when it decides it wants to shut off. All right, the screen is on and the screen is off. That all looks normal and it's not too hot to the touch. Yeah, you see it's only registering it at 30 Celsius. So it's really not that hot. Apple logo's back on. Nothing's acting really weird as far as the temperature's concerned. Alright, phone is on and now it shuts off. Alright, I didn't see anything odd. You can see the temperature is almost as warm as I am, like it's not hot. So what could this be? Alright, so that is just the beginning of how to start diagnosing an issue like this. I'd like to know in the comments below what you guys think it is before I find the solution. It could be something as simple as a battery, or it could be something more extreme with the motherboard. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I know that this isn't really a decent conclusion to this video, but I'm sure there will be a part 2. That being said, I might need your help in figuring this one out. Thanks a ton for watching. I look forward to reading your comments down below.